Hello everyone. Today we are going to create a multiple point attractor grid using Dynamo. Let's start with a blank file. Okay. So first of all, to create a grid, we will start using a point with XYZ inputs. Okay. Let's create a range. Suppose we want to start from, say we want to start from 0, go up to 50 and on a step of 5. So we have created 11 points from 0 to 50 on a step of 5. Okay, we will put in the y direction also, and we will do a cross lacing product just to get a grid. I will group it and name grid. Okay, so we can change the grid size from here. Suppose we want a smaller grid, it can be easily changed from here. Let's switch back on larger one. We have created our grid. Now we want a free attractor point. So for the point again, we will start with this point command. But instead of a range, this time we want to create a single point and that too on a flexible movement. I will search for slider now, and let's limit it on the same range as our grid is 50. You see there's a point over here, and look at this point moving while we change the x and y inputs. See, the point has reached here. So this is a free point now, which will be used as a attractor point. Okay, first we will create this using single attractor point, then we will go for multiple. So this is the first attractor point. Let's create a cube by origin. By default, it has taken 111 length. Okay, there it is. So we want to use this attractor point to change the size of the cube on the whole grid. Okay, so first we will have to calculate calculate the distance of this point to each of these points, so that we can have a multiplication fact by which we can feed these width, length and height values. Okay, so to calculate the distance, we will be needing a distance to geometry distance to, yeah, this one. So for first we will put this as a geometry and this will be a point, and it will subtract both of these values. We need a single list, so I will flatten this out now. Okay, so this will be working as a multiplication factor. So feeding the origin here and changing these values. Okay, uh, these are too big for these values. Let's create a reduction factor. Say a divided by b. This will be the a, and for b, and now feed this value, length, width and height. Okay, this looks good. So this attractor point will be your only input to change the gradient, you can see, of the cube size on the screen. Okay, so when I change this attractor point value to shift maybe somewhere there to here, the whole grid moves. Look, so we have successfully created one attractor point. Now let's change this script to create a multiple attractor point. It's simple. For that, first of all, we need a second attractor point. Let's copy the whole group. I will name this as second attractor point. We again need to calculate distance, of course. Our first point will be the same, but the second point will become this one. Okay, this is a part of grid. Now, before creating a multi-point. Let's check if this is working or not. So where is our second point right now? Let's search for it. Okay, if I take this value, the gradient should reverse. Yeah, it's working perfectly. See the grid via first detector point and via second detector point. So now we want to combine the effect of both of these detector points. For that, we will be just needing a math minimum. What this will do is compare both of these lists and output the minimum value of it. So both of our attractor can work simultaneously. See, now this and this both are working as a attractor point. If I change it to somewhere here, see, it's moving the grid. Using this simple trick, you can create as many as attractor points you want. That's all. Thank you for watching.